G'day everyone and welcome to round 7 of the Toyota GR86 challenge hosted by the Gentlemen's Sim Racing Club. We're starting around 7 instead of round 1 because I've been rather absent in the league so far, but we're locked in. We're going to race the rest of the season, get some practice in for the next season, and next season hopefully we can try and seriously fight for some of the championship points. Today we are doing a 40-minute race of 26 laps of the beautiful Road Atlanta. Absolutely wonderful track of 12 corners going over 4 kilometers. Brilliant track. Super excited to get into it. Here we are on our first lap of qualifying in GSRC. We get 4 qualifying laps over 10 minutes. This is my first lap. I brake just as you got on the little concrete there. A little bit late, so I'm a bit late on the throttle, so I get a little bit slow. But it's not going to matter anyway, because once I go over here, I just barely grab that too much and I get an off track for it, so my first lap's not going to count. Moving on to my second lap. This one I do have some more success with. Brake just as we get to the concrete there. As we hit the apex, get back on the throttle again. Just try and stick it in fourth. Try and get the slow 86 all the way up there. Brakes again as we hit the curb. Be a little bit more safer in that time, trying to get another off track. And it's just full throttle through this section. This section, so much fun in the 86. It's just full throttle. You get your line right and you're good. Brake again on the curb. Try to hit that apex just a little bit. Make sure you run out wide. Use all the space. There's not an off track out there. So, keep as much speed as possible. Here, brake exactly at the 200 meter line. Gentle down the third as you hit the apex, back on the throttle when your wheel straightens up, back on the brake again. Try and get a good exit. If you fuck up this even just by a little bit, which I wasn't perfect, I had a little bit of traction loss on the exit of that corner, which is just devastating. If you don't get that corner right, you'll lose about half a second. So it's a shame I didn't get it right here. I think that, spoiler alert, this is my most impressive qualifying lap. I wasn't most happy with this, but I think a lot of that had to do with that. This braking point here is just awful. It's just like a vibe. You got to be like 30 meters before the 200 line, but other than that, you want to get a good entrance so you can basically full throttle out of it. Full throttle around here. If you get the line right, make sure you don't go out wide. Don't be checking your phone. And that lap route there will give me a 1:34.102. GSRC gives us 2 more laps, 4 total. So we'll go for a third lap, which unfortunately didn't improve. And then my 4th lap, I just did this. I was too desperate to get it on the power and I just pushed myself out wide and completely invalidated that lap. So the qualifying session didn't go too well for us, but, and this surprised me, if we look at, I'll just show you the broadcast because I think it looks awesome.
Guy Leach and Jacob Miller, he takes up the 6th position there.
Woo, that's P6, baby! That's an awesome qualifying result. If we can keep doing that, I'll be stoked. Awesome, so starting the race now, we get an average start, but Brett Barker in the car behind us gets absolutely a banger of a start. He's flying up ahead of us. We get about side by side to Guy Leach in the number 460 car next to us. Same team as Brett Barker. He's just got the inside line. I let him go. But yeah, I'm trying to, honestly, I be a bit passive in this corner. I try and keep a little bit of a distance, and honestly, for the rest of the lap, I'm a bit too passive to the cars in front of me. But Adam Funslow right behind, he's not been nearly as passive. He's definitely catching up, giving me a bit of trouble. Coming to turn 5, we take this pretty alright. We manage to keep distance to the cars ahead, keep Funslow up behind. We're just trying to stay in the slipstream for now, because this long straight, very important to stay close, which I managed to do. I take that corner very well. I managed to gain on the cars a bit. As long as I stay close like I have here, we'll stay in the slipstream. We'll be very happy. If you lose this slipstream, and I'm foreshadowing here, if you lose this slipstream, you will lose about a second a lap on this straight. So very important, no matter what you do not lose the slipstream. Skipping ahead the whole 15 seconds it takes to finish that straight. We managed to keep up to the pack through this corner. We get the power out, get it down early. Funslow behind has lost about a 10th or 2 on us, so we're sitting a little bit more comfortable. It's a shame I don't have any overlays. I'll make sure I get overlays for next time, but I've already done the recording. I'm too lazy to go back. But yeah, Guy Leach is up ahead. We're keeping a distance to him. Brett Barker has done pretty well. He's already up ahead, fighting for P4. Coming into P3, not P3, corner 3 for the second lap. This absolute nemesis. I slow down way too much for it. I give such a big gap to the cars ahead. Give Funslow a chance to catch up again. He doesn't take the opportunity. I think he was also slow throughout the corner. He was very cautious like I was. But he was a lot braver through turn 5, where I was, again, too cautious, too scared of crashing out. And he's definitely gaining on me here. He's getting right up on my nose, getting a bit of a sniff of the rear end, almost a bit of a tap. He's getting very close to me. I do get a better exit, but with that slipstream, he will definitely be catching up, and he will definitely be a threat by the end of this straight. Jumping ahead to the end of the straight, he's right on my ass. He brakes a little bit later than I do, but he's sticking to me like glue. He's getting very, very close through the final, I think it's 10A, 10B corners. Got a bit of a gap. Very brave, a bit too brave going over turn 3 that time. We just clipped the curb, but you know, it's alright. We keep our speed. There's no off tracks. It's all clean. The cars ahead, I'm starting to lose the car ahead, which is bad. Very bad. It means we're going to lose the slipstream, and Funslow behind us is going to start gaining an advantage. I do get a little good 10A, 10B corners, little chicane there. I do pretty well, but they're just so much quicker than me. It was unbelievable to see how quick these guys were. Especially as I leave the slipstream, it just makes it so hard to keep up. Skipping ahead to lap 9 now, Funslow's definitely caught up to us, and we've definitely lost the pack in front. So I've got no slipstream at this point. Your Funslow's just taking full advantage. I brake way too early for this corner. Funslow's way too good in this corner. Just gets a better entry, better exit, and he's getting tight. Coming to turn 3, lap 10. Right on my rear wing. He is so close to me, and he's putting the pressure on. He's putting me under the heat, I can't lie. I'm getting a little bit nervous of him right behind me. I know by the time we get around to this straight, if I don't lose him one of the following 2 corners, he will probably get me on the straight. And as we enter the straight here, I get an okay, we both get a pretty okay exit onto the straight. This straight, especially in the GR86, is about 30 seconds long. It's crazy how long the straight is, and you can just see him, you know, absolutely magnetized to me. It gives me a little bit of a bump draft, so I don't think he's going to go for the overtake here, but we're working together. He's having a little peek on the inside. I brake a little, I don't know if I broke a little early. He gives me a little punt, no, you know, no harm, no foul. Yeah, I don't know if I broke early, but yeah, little bit of contact, not the end of the world. But, and I still don't know why I did this. I do know why I did this. I go into the pit stop because I think I've lost the slipstream from the cars in front of me, and I don't know, I was just way too cautious. I didn't want to be battling someone. But looking back in hindsight, and I missed my pit stop as well. Oh my god, I overshoot the pits. But yeah, I just totally I just overestimated how dangerous battling the guy would be, and I assumed if I pit, I could get back and find another back marker who's got a slipstream, but or who could give me slipstream, and it just doesn't happen. I am so alone and by myself, and for about 5, 6, like 10 minutes of racing almost 10 minutes, I'm just alone on the track. I'm losing about a second a lap. I've got no slipstream. It is so disappointing because I was like P7 at the time, and yeah, I've just got absolutely no one, no slipstream. It's just biggest strategic mistake. I've learned a lot from this. But yeah, I should have just stayed with him. I even could have just let him through. I totally overestimated how much he'd slow me down, I think. Eventually, we do find Funslow, who is pitted. We come behind Funslow. Over the course of the lap, we do catch up to him, especially coming into turn 10A, 10B, that little chicane. I do have to say, I do like the iLEC cars, the team Funzo ahead of us is racing for. It's got a very nice, like, Granny Smith apple kind of colour. It's pretty cool. It's like technology. They've got a circuit board kind of livery going on. We start gaining on him though in the straight. Start getting an extra close look at the livery. I give him a little bump down the straight. You know, I figure we can work together. We can try and get quicker together. We can work together. Because at this point I already realised, like, 2 cars you know, that's not the end of the world. If two cars are next to one another, it's not the end of the world. We can work together and we can both go faster. So, yeah, already learned my lesson from pitting early. Here, I get a bit of a run on him. I give him another bump. Oh, no, I don't. I go on the inside. Oh, it's going to be a close move here. Try and hold it tight. Little squishy. He keeps it in front, though. Give it a break. I get a pretty decent exit, I think. This slipstream will definitely treat me well. Skipping ahead 10 seconds down the straight. We get a bit of a slipstream. I give him another bump draft, and then I go to try and overtake him, which I probably should have just chosen one thing. I either bump draft him or try and overtake him. But we go side by side in this corner. I'm late on the brakes, but he holds it round the outside, gives him the inside lane for the exit. He does get a better exit. We're still side by side. I think I might have a bit more speed, but he's just got the inside line, and it's going to be hard to get around him. But we're both going pretty quick around there. I've got to run again, down on the inside. I'm probably on his rear quarter panel. He brakes a little bit early. I'd really try and force the move. Go a bit wide, but he's behind me. And then his teammate comes out here in the other apple colour. We got two iLEC cars battling us down now. Otherwise, there's not really too many moves you can make, especially in the GR86 here. Get a decent corner there. But the three of us, we go very tight for a long time. Here we're on board with Christopher Henn, the driver of the red iLEC car. Funslow, he does get the overrun on me, so he's going to get it. His teammate's going to try and sneak in through, but I'm later on the brakes. I'm able to hold that position. He might get a better exit. No, he fumbles the entrance too much, loses too much speed. These 86s, they're very much momentum cars. You got to try and keep every kilometre per hour you can. If you slow down too much, you're like what's happened to Christopher here. You just get bogged down. Here I get side by side with Funslow again, going down the inside, holding it tight. It's very tight racing here. He's still on my left. It's tough. He sticks his nose in. I brake and I don't know what happened there. I think it was a bit of net code. Yeah, I mean, it's a prig of a spot to go 2x2. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I did anything wrong there, but it's a prig of a situation. From my cockpit, I don't know. I was too nervous that I'd done the wrong thing, so I lifted. I gave the position to him, which, looking back, I really don't think I needed to do. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. I figure I can get him on the straight. I feel like I'm quicker than him as well. So I feel like no matter what, even if I do give the position back, I can get it back. But then I just hit his rear. And I lose my front. And I just lose so much speed because of that. And like what I was saying about these cars being momentum cars is, especially at the start of the straight, if you spin out like that and you lose a bit of speed, like you're just going to lose like 2 seconds of time. Like, so disappointed. I came in too quick. I just smacked the back of him, and yeah, it gets the car loose. You slow down, you lose speed, and yeah, they just get so far ahead of me. They're like probably a second, 2 seconds ahead of me at this point, which is a big gap. It doesn't look like they're very far ahead of me, but yeah, that is a very, very difficult gap to close. Coming into lap 19 and 26, the two cars ahead of me, while they are teammates, they're getting a lot closer, and I've gotten closer to them. I have caught up again. Do get an off track there, not the end of the world, no slowdown or anything, but yeah, they've gotten really close to one another, and so I'm hoping, despite them being teammates, I'm hoping that they'll fight, and then hopefully they'll give me an opportunity to catch up or get a double overtake. Coming down the straight here, it's going to get very, very tight, all three of us. I get a very good entrance to the corner there, entrance to the straight, but the slipstream should. Everyone's slipstreaming off Christopher in the front there. We're going to get pretty close to one another. I think at this point in time, those two are like 0.2 seconds and I'm like 0.3 seconds away, so pretty tight. I go a little bit wide. I probably shouldn't have. I think I lose a bit of time by doing that, but honestly, I just do it just because I want to see what's going on. See if the corners changed. Maybe they'll change the layout without me knowing. I don't really know why I needed to peek out. But coming on to lap 20, there's only 6 laps remaining. Getting to the it's coming to the end of the 40-minute race. But we're getting tighter and tighter. It's about We're about 2.2 seconds or 2/10 away from one another at this point. I'm way too passive in the turn 3. I always am. I'm always way too cautious. When I say passive, I mean cautious. I see those two are too close ahead. I'm too used to officials. I'm traumatized. I see two cars close to one another coming into a corner, and I just assume, you know, they're gonna die and they're gonna take me out. So, yeah, I always back off way too much there. Coming through, I think corner 6 and 7 here. We'll switch to the broadcast because, yeah, we do get featured on the broadcast because you can just see just how tight we are. The two iRacing and the Miller Motorsport cars. It is very tight, and this slipstream is only going to bring us tighter and tighter. And I think at one point, we're basically glued. We're like a train. Like, we are literally touching one another. Like, we're human centipede, that close. Like, if that's not tight racing, I don't think you can get tighter than that. That is front bumper to rear bumper. Coming in the chicane, you can see I'm backing off early again, which if I want to be competitive, I've got to stop doing that. I'm backing off way too early. I'm keeping it way too safe. I do get a better exit out of 10B, so that will give me an opportunity on the straight. If I take it or not, it will depend. It's just hard having his teammate in front because he's got the slipstream off him as well, which mitigates my slipstream. I don't know if that was a move from Funslow to try and go down the inside of his teammate, but it's keeping me optimistic that they will fight one another. Coming into the entrance of turn 5 now. I'm a little bit too hard on the brakes. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what happened there, but those two are just so much quicker. They get a much better exit out of that corner. I do brake a little early, which looking back, I probably could have braked later. I brake not enough here, and I tap his rear again, and it's even more devastating this time. Spin, lose even more time. Those guys are gone, especially this late in the race, with how far they've got in. I've just hit his rear again, spun it again. I've lost even more time, which is a shame to do it that twice. And, oh my god, it's just horrible to see. It just sucks. And the fact that I've done it twice is just like, yeah, it's not good. At least Funslow didn't get impacted by that, you know what I mean? Like, if I hit him and he spun and I was fine, I'd probably be a bit more upset. But, yeah, it's just annoying, but what can you do? Given how slow my run onto the straight was, I brake a little bit too early, and that lets Hilton Booth behind absolutely catch up. Yeah, he's right on my tail, and as we start entering these final laps, he's going to be fighting me pretty hard. He's going to want my position pretty hard. Dale Sharp's also in the background. I just got to keep it clean, because if I make one more mistake, those two will definitely catch up and overtake me. Alright, lap 26. So far I've kept a pretty clean gap, but I didn't even realise it was the final lap. I was a bit too heavy on the brakes coming into the first corner. I let Booth catch up so much. Again, way too cautious in turn 3. He's more aggressive, but I think I get a better run coming into these next couple of corners, so I keep that distance, keep that gap. Coming into turn 5, I'm probably a bit too cautious as well. You can just see him gaining, and he's got such a run on me. He really goes out wide, makes, you know, use of all the track. I try and keep it in the middle, keep it defensive, make it hard. Does he want to go on the inside? Does he want to come on the outside? He gets off a bit, tries to get a better line. He's a bit stronger. We're very tight coming into the final corner onto the straight. Sharp behind is starting to catch up as well. Luckily, I just get such a better exit onto this straight. I think he makes a mistake. He just doesn't get the exit he wants. And I think if he did, if we both got the same exit, the slipstream, he would have been able to make a much better move here. But he's just doesn't have the, he's not close enough to make a move. And as we come out the final few corners, I will be in front in P10, which, you know, we start in P6, but P10, I'm happy with that. It's a top 10 finish. Like I said at the start, I'm always aiming for top 10. You know, ask for top 10, you get top 10. So, checking out the broadcast now to see our results. We see, yeah, Jacob Miller, car number 211, top 10, baby, P10. 28.9 seconds away from the leader. So it just, you know, it's over 40 minutes of racing. I don't think that's the end of the world. I'm still pretty happy with that race. But I just wonder what happened, say, you know, maybe if we lost a second and a half by overshooting the pits, or, you know, how many seconds do we lose because we pitted so early and we didn't have the slipstream? Like, You know, I reckon P8, P8, maybe even P7 could have been possible. But it's always what if with racing, you know. So, you know, what if this, what if that. But definitely learn lessons for next time. And yeah, we bring home 72 extra points to go towards a championship fight. That brings me from what P32 in the championship to like P20. It'll pop up whatever the number it says. P24 is my guess. I think it's somewhere around there. But we're definitely not going to fight for the championship this season, considering we've only done 2 races and we're near the end. But next season, if we could, you know, keep up this performance, top 10 in the championship battle, I'd be stoked with that. Well, if you guys have stuck around long enough to hear this, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, if you like the video, subscribe. Really show some support. It's the first video, so I've learned a lot editing this video, and I'll try and do a video like this for every week of the racing. Every week of the league racing. Every Wednesday. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, Miller Motorsports 21. Yeah, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll try and put out a new video like this every week. But until then, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time.